So this is from Greg Abbott from yesterday evening. Let me get the time for you. It was at 6:06 p.m. and it reads as follows. Today, I took emergency action to begin the removal from office of derelict Democrat Texas House members who refused to show up for the special session. Now, this is probably going to be small, but I'll see if I can read some of this for you. So this is from the Supreme Court of Texas. Greg Abbott, in his official capacity as governor of the state of Texas, emergency petition for writ of quo warranto. And let's check this out here. So what is at stake here? Nothing less than the future of Texas. If a small fraction of recalcitrant lawmakers choose to run out the clock today, they can do so for any and every regular or special session, potentially bankrupting the state in an attempt to get their way. That means every state budget could be held hostage until the whims of a small fraction of legislators is satisfied. It doesn't have to be that way. The rarely used writ of quo warranto exists to solve rare problems such as this, and this court exists to solve cases with ramifications far beyond the individual parties to the case. So here too, the court's decision will determine if only 1/3 of the legislature can dictate the outcome for 100% of Texans. Fearing one of 18 items on the special session agenda, Democrat members of the Texas House claim an entitlement to abdicate their official duties by refusing to show up for work, to deprive the House of a quorum necessary to conduct business and prevent a vote that may not go their way. Some House Democrats, led by Respondent Wu, recently fled the state and continue to remain absent to this day. These members have abandoned their official duties required by the so on and so forth. He only posted 2 pictures for some reason. I mean, he could have posted up to 4, but we only got 2. So that's all we got for Governor Abbott as of now. This is the last post that I have, so I'll just go straight to Governor Abbott to see if maybe he posted something recently. So this was an hour ago. Democrats in Boston admit that Texas House Democrats fled the state and their duties. You can't make this up. So he actually posted a video clip. Let's check this out.
Good morning. I am State Representative and Missouri Democratic Floor Leader Ashley Ani. I'm from Kansas City, and I am here because I stand firmly with the representatives in Texas and the senators in Texas who had to flee their state to...
Oh, wait, did they just say, no, we didn't. I think I heard people in the background saying, no, we didn't. I mean, I'm assuming these are the Texas people here. Hold on, let's go back and hear that. Try to listen for this. I may have to refresh the page because X is kind of a pain in the ass when it comes to this. But I'll crank up the volume too to see if we can hear this. Actually, it may. Let's see if it'll do it now. No, I don't know why X does that. Maybe it's just my computer that does that, but I got an issue with it doing that. All right, where'd it go? All right, so brace for loud noise.
Good morning.
Right.
In Texas and the senators in Texas who had to flee their state to...
He did. I don't know if you heard that or not, but dude right behind her, the guy right behind her, he was like, no, we didn't flee. No, we didn't flee. We didn't. You're not allowed to say that. That would make us criminals. We can't say we fled. Oh my God. Oh, this is getting hilarious, man. Democrats are just freaking idiots. I mean, they didn't used to be. I mean, they used to have a lot more brains than they do now, or maybe they didn't. I don't know. But, oh man, that's hilarious. He's right. You can't make that up. I can't believe that he just muttered behind her, no, we didn't leave. No, we didn't. We totally didn't leave. No, we didn't do that. Oh man, that's hilarious. All right. I don't know why it took me all the way back up to the top. Because I wanted to see if there was anything else that he posted, because that was only an hour ago when he posted that. So let's see. So the sudden loss of our close friend Chairman Bruce Bugg. Bruce was a remarkable and tireless public servant, so apparently he must have passed away today. Well, that's sad. That's not good. I'm not familiar with Texas. I don't live in Texas. But let's see here. This is one of the documents that I filed with the Texas Supreme Court yesterday. On its face, the language appears to meet the definition of bribery. Important to the case I filed, it could be grounds to remove all Texas Democrat House members who received these benefits. So at least one group of Democrats got to Illinois via a private plane from Austin. He said the group, which has also been fundraising on the quorum break, planned to release details on how much it has taken at the end of the week. O'Rourke's group had pushed for the effort in recent weeks, putting money aside so there would be cash at the ready to support Democrats. Oh, all right. We essentially said, hey, if you do this, and we hope you do, we'll have your back on it, including an initial amount to get you off the ground, he said. As soon as you do it, we'll fundraise for you. Email, text, online social media, and everything that comes in goes toward ... So that's interesting. Ah, shit, I did it again, didn't I? Well, let me just do this. All right. Let's see if there's anything else here. Congratulations. Oh, yeah, I actually read that yesterday. Derelict House Democrats abandoned their duty in Texans while they fled the state. Make no mistake, they will be found and brought back by Texas DPS. I believe that's the Department of Public Safety. Watch my full interview. Okay, so the full interview is over on YouTube, it looks like. This is just a 13-second clip of, I'm sure, what I just read here. Let me just see how long it is. I may not have time to go over. Oh, this is not on YouTube. What? We weren't able to retrieve information about your destination. Oh, wait. Here we go. The hell was that all about? Yeah, it is on YouTube. Let's see. What time do I got? All right. We'll give it a little bit.
From some of your fellow governors, what do you say?
Some very rich hypocrisy on their part. There are no states more gerrymandered than California and Illinois and New York. In Illinois, I think they may have maybe 3 congressional seats for Republicans, despite the fact that Trump won more than 40% of the vote there. Same thing applies in states like California and New York. I don't think those states can gerrymander any more than they have. What Texas is doing, actually, we are drawing districts to provide every voter in the state the opportunity to cast a vote for the party and candidate of their choice. 4 of the 5 districts we're drawing, they're going to be Hispanic districts. They happen to be Hispanic Republican districts. One is going to restore the Barbara Jordan district in Harris County, Texas. And so what Democrats are really concerned about, if you look under the hood, is the fact that Hispanics and even black voters are voting more for Republicans than they have for Democrats in the past. The results of President Trump's electoral victory prove that. You have a map up, and it's a map of districts, but the fact of the matter is, if you look at the map of the presidential election, you'll see all across the border counties, President Trump won those counties, which are heavily Hispanic counties. Hispanics now vote Republican, and Democrats are losing it because of that.
Let's talk about the Democrats who have fled the state of Texas for a moment, Governor. On Sunday, you suggested they could, citing an attorney general opinion, be arrested and replaced for abandoning their office. Earlier today, I spoke to Representative Oliverson here in Texas, and he made me aware, which I was not aware, that some of the Democrats who are not showing up for a quorum are actually still here in the state. So is it the case that you could actually arrest those representatives and bring them back to Austin to establish a quorum?
So that is correct. And Will, as we're talking right now, Texas Department of Public Safety officers are on the streets looking for those Democrat House members to arrest them and to take them to the Texas Capitol and hold them there until a quorum is reached.
All right. And then, and that may, I'm not sure how many, can you tell me how many different representatives that we're talking about are in the state of Texas? I believe you're 6 short right now of a quorum. Would that number bring you to a quorum?
So that's a fact that we don't know yet. We don't know which Democrats remain in the state who are not yet identified. We don't know exactly how many are out of state, but know this also, Will, and that is the Texas Department of Public Safety is also working with officials in other states to find ways in which we can try to arrest the Texas Democrat members in other states and bring them back to the state of Texas.
Well, that was my next question I was going to ask you, Governor.
Possibly
of course,
the FBI.
Texas DPS would have limited powers to arrest anyone
Senator
out of
Cornyn,
state.
if I'm not
Most
mistaken,
of these Democrats
wrote to
have
the FBI.
fled the state for that express purpose. Representative Oliverson has said that both you and Attorney General Ken Paxton, though, have looked into whether or not they're funding these trips or fundraising off of these trips, which would amount to bribery. Would that open up the potential for you to go retrieve some of these representatives who have fled the state?
I mean, would that be could that be a federal matter, maybe?
Several opportunities. One, bribery in Texas is a felony. Felony is the type of offense that we can issue papers to have these Democrats brought back. Another thing, though, that the Democrats don't seem to know, and that is taking or receiving a payment like they have to escape or not take a vote subjects them to forfeiture of their seat. That's going to be one of the legal grounds you're going to see asserted here.
And that's probably where you get your 6 for the quorum.
To seek the vacation or elimination or abandonment of these House seats by the Democrats. So we will remove them from office and call for elections to replace them.
Wow.
But what kind of timeline? You said immediately.
Like permanent
My understanding
removal.
is that is a legal process. It would have to be established by a judge. At least that's the opinion of the Attorney General, I believe, established
And they vote in another
2021.
Democrat, rinse and repeat.
And that would require a judge to discern abandonment. So that seems like that could take some time.
Yeah, good.
So when I say immediately, I'm talking about when all the paperwork is going to be filed with the courts, which is going to be immediately. Secondly, there will be requests for immediate responses from these courts, knowing that they're dealing with an immediate timeline. You're a lawyer. You know you can go into court and you can get a quick resolution for matters that have a short timetable.
Time is
That's exactly
of the
what we're dealing with right here.
You have the right to a
There's a lot of different elements to democracy.
I don't know
just
if it
not
applies to
sure when
to
it
the
became
governor.
an acceptable element of democracy to flee the process in protest or deprive the democratically elected representatives of a majority vote. But several times now we've seen this play out in the state of Texas. So we'll be following along over the next couple of days. Thank you, Governor Abbott.
All right. Well, there you have it.